Hi Leo, or anybody else that's been guided to this video. Happy birthday, happy 8/8 portal. I am filming your birthday bonus reading on this 8/8 portal. Now, if you have Leo in your moon, your north node, your rising, your Venus, your Mars, wherever, this message could still be for you. So listen up. That's what I'm getting. So listen up. Somebody needs to pay attention to this message. Maybe you want to save it, come back to it at a time where you can pay full attention here to the message. Interesting. Okay, Leo. So I'm excited for this reading. I'm going to be following a spread that I have over here for your birthday to look at what's coming up for the year ahead for you. But as I was shuffling this deck, the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck, a couple cards fell out. And I believe they are for you. We have After the Storm, and what you want wants you. It's very powerful cards. And there's something about the color blue that could be significant for you. Blue and yellow, which I'm seeing everywhere. Or maybe blue, yellow, and red too, which is interesting because that's the root. The red is the root chakra. The yellow is the solar plexus chakra, which is you, the sun, of course. And blue is the throat chakra. So perhaps there's something that needs to be said or created from a deep place of yearning, I'm hearing, and belonging and passion that will help ground you in your current reality for the year ahead. Okay, so these cards, well, there's good and there's bad news, but it's all how you perceive it, of course. In all actuality, everything's neutral. It's just what you do with the energy that matters. Okay, so there's a storm. It's either you've already gone through the storm or one is coming up. I feel like for many of you, this year ahead is going to be a little bit tumultuous. But I have to tell you, it is in your best interest. It's bringing in what you desire. Without this storm coming in, you wouldn't be able to have what you're trying to manifest into your life, whether you know consciously what you're trying to manifest or maybe it's an unconscious desire that spirit has heard. But something needs to change, something needs to transform. Now remember, storms are just a gathering and a collection of energy that needs to be released. So don't be afraid, there's nothing to fear, but there will be some transformative moments in this upcoming year. Spirit's rhyming today, I think. Okay, but the good news is you are getting something here that you've wanted, that you desire. You are a match, a vibrational match for the frequency of that which you desire. It's quite beautiful, Leo. So maybe some of you want to think about what is it in your life that might be standing in the way of your manifestation, that which you really want. What is it that's, not in alignment or creating some kind of obstacle for you? That's what's most likely going to be removed or changed in your life this year. Okay, let's get into the tarot and see what's up for you. What deck should we use? Well, let's do a combo, actually. I'll use the Sacred Earth Oracle here, and then I think I'll use the Somnia Tarot. Okay, yeah. So we need 5 cards here for beautiful Leos for their solar return on the 8/8 portal. Now, if you've already had your birthday, happy belated. If it's coming up, amazing. I'm hearing yeehaw. Okay. Let's see, Leo. What's going on for my Leos, spirit guides? For some of you, spirit wants you to tap in and tune in. I'm going to put them face down. So let's have a little bit of a surprise together. There's something about embracing the unexpected. I actually want to pull some charms too. Now these could just be little clues to let you know this message is for you, or there could be a message that comes out through the charms themselves. Let's see what Spirit wants to say. Whoa, we got a lot. Okay, we have a witch's hat. Yeah, there's something about your magic is on fire. You're working with the fire element. I know you're a fire sign, but sometimes we go through periods where we work more with water, we work more with air. But this year is about the fire element for you, which is the solar plexus. It is about creation, a lighthouse. I feel like there's the storm. You have a lighthouse in the storm. You are definitely being guided along your path this year. When you feel like something's restricted or tough, or there's bouts of karmic waves coming into your life, ask for guidance. Literally, ask for guidance. I'm seeing Saturn here. We also have Sagittarius. This might be an important archetype for you. A horse. Some of you will be traveling somewhere pretty far this year. What do you want to say about that? Traveling pretty far this year. Two of Wands. Perhaps you'll have an option to go more than one place. The Emperor. Make sure that you're on top of your travel plans, okay? Make sure that you know what's going on. You might want to do the booking, the confirming of things. I feel like don't let somebody else, like a family member, friend, or tour group, kind of make all the arrangements. Make sure that you verify everything, confirm everything. We have the number 6. I'm seeing like a room number with a 6 on it. Interesting, like a hotel room. We have listen, the letter D. We have love me. Some of you are going to have somebody coming in here, a child I'm hearing. Some of you are teachers, education. There's going to be a special child in the classroom. That's for just some of you. Others of you, there is another Leo that you're going to meet. I'm seeing Den. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune card. Scissors, cutting of an old cycle, a stethoscope with a bird in a cage. It's like something has been caught, caged, trapped for too long, and Spirit's like, is this thing still alive for you? So some of you need to release something, let something go, so that it can fly free. Oh, interesting. It almost looks like this owl's carrying a little bit of a cage too. Do you want to keep this thing or release it? I feel like Spirit's asking you. Now, this could be a job, this could be a person, this could be a hobby, an idea, whatever. It's like, are you holding on to it or are you not? There's something in limbo that Spirit wants you to assess. This could be big or small. We have 2 pairs of handcuffs here and interesting, and 1 butterfly, but I saw this leaf as a butterfly as well. Let me just see. Oh, doe. Yeah, I feel like there's something that's almost been like frozen, almost like a deer in a headlights kind of vibe. If you've been in a difficult situation with somebody that you care about or cared about, I feel like there's something happening around that specifically this year, like some kind of movement. Might be slow, or it has been slow. But yeah, there's a successful resolution coming into that situation. Okay, let's get the tarot out, Leo. And just get a little bit more comfortable. I feel like, yeah. Okay. Somebody feels very comfortable around you. I'm hearing not tonight. I don't know what that's about. Okay, maybe you don't want to do something tonight. You should listen to that intuition. Always listen to your intuition when something is inside of you and like, I don't know if that's the right place I want to go. Something feels off about that. Listen, okay? The more you listen to your intuition, the louder it will speak to you. Okay, a card to represent your year ahead as a whole. Ooh, we have anguish. I told you it was going to be a little bit stormy. And the 8 of Pentacles. But I feel like this is what you're working on. This is what you're releasing, or this is what you've mastered in a way. It's like you've mastered the art of dealing with your own anguish. Now, for everybody is going to experience some level of sadness, grief, anguish, whether it's big, small, momentary, or long-lasting this year. Okay? So it's not just you who's experiencing this, which is important to remember. But I feel like you're coming up with some really solid coping strategies, or you're transmuting and transforming your experience of anguish into something that you can actually work with. That's, I have an 8th house stellium, so I'm just naturally, I like to transmute things. Naturally, I like to transform things. So when I have situations that are hurtful, painful, hard to deal with, I usually take that energy of pain and anguish and I create something with it. I create a drawing, I create a tarot channel, I create a experimental video, I do something artistic with it, or I write a short story or a poem. And don't underestimate, interesting how I broke that word up phonetically. Don't underestimate the power of transmutation and transformation that happens when you use creativity as a vessel for healing. It's very powerful. And I feel like you're doing a lot of that this year. Songwriting, whatever it is that you do personally. And if you're like, well, I'm not a creative type at all, that's a lie. Everybody's a creative type. Creativity is spirituality. Creativity is the essence of your soul. We all create. We are born of creation. So creation or creativity doesn't have to be something artistic. It can be anything. It could be anything. It could be creating energetic frequencies when you walk in the woods, It could be really anything. But be mindful about what you're creating and make sure that you are using your talent and skill to transmute something that isn't working for you into something that can work for you. Okay, an important lesson for you this upcoming year. Star and the Three of Pentacles. Oh, Leo. So this is not necessarily a solo journey for you this year. There are people around you who want to collaborate with you. It's kind of a group effort here. So many people are coming up on your path this year as part of your destiny. Now, when we create, we can do it for ourselves, but the magic that comes through creativity is multiplied when we share that creation with others. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is saying, share your creativity this year, share what you create, share what you manifest for yourself. Other people will contribute their energies, even if it's just in the form of witnessing what you've done, or maybe it's actually investing in something, but there's help, there's support, there's community around you that is going to lead you closer to your destiny and a path of healing. Some of you have been working on, some shit inside that hasn't been feeling too good, okay? And maybe you've been going at it alone, like, I can work through this alone. I'm good. But Spirit is saying it would really help you and advance the timeline of your healing if you reached out to somebody who could guide you, okay? It's not a weakness. There's nothing wrong with that. So some of you might want to think about some kind of counseling or maybe even group therapy of some sort, or connecting to other people who can guide you in some way. Okay? That's just for some of you. Okay, who are feeling that way. So how can you progress on your spiritual path this year? We have Cactus and the Three of Cups. Ooh, look at all these people here pouring water into this bucket, which is pretty funny, almost ironic, because the cactus does not need that much water. The cactus can survive in an arid landscape, in a dry, parched environment. The cactus knows how to survive. So I feel like just going back a little bit, Spirit is saying it's not that you can't do something on your own or that you need other people to survive. It would just help advance your timeline. Okay, so I feel like Spirit just wants to put that in there. There's definitely something about other people here. Now, it's a little bit tricky. Look, I don't know if you can see this. There's a storm cloud here watering the cactus. it's a little bit tricky this upcoming year because there's a lot of people around you wanting to help support you. But then there's also people who are maybe giving too much of their 2 cents, too much advice, or they want to get their hands in there a little bit too much, right? And it's unnecessary because you've already given yourself the water you need, the healing you need from the storm that you've come out of or that you're going to go through. Releasing whatever needs to be released here is what's going to help you grow and sustain yourself. And then there's going to be some other people here who are going to come and say, no, Leo, you actually need this or you need that, or spend more time with me and I'll help heal you. It's interesting. I feel like there's a message here where Spirit is saying the kind of help that would be most useful for you this year is more on the professional side, maybe in your work, or maybe like professional help or something where it's not so personal and emotional, where the emotional connection to the one who's helping and healing you isn't so intimate in terms of you know them and they know you. There are people who are going to want to overshare with you this year, and I don't think that's going to help you. So maybe creating a little bit of a boundary. I also feel like there's people here who are going to want to support you, but they're actually going to, well, I'm hearing drown you with this cactus and this water here. It's like, you know, when you're telling a friend something bad about your life or something you're struggling through, and you're talking to them and they're listening and they're giving you support and so on, and that was great and amazing, and then you meet up with them again and they start asking you about it again, but you don't really want to talk about it, but they keep going into it or they keep bringing it up for you. There's I mean, nothing against that person, it's not about that, but you know, it's something like somebody wants to talk about what's bothering you on their terms, not on yours. So you need to be careful about that. Interesting message coming through here. I want to know what you desire. So let me get a card on that before we move on to the next placements here. What is it that Leo's desiring? Let's switch the pace up here in the reading. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's time, right, for a new cycle. Justice. And the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, and the Chariot here. Look, Leo. This is amazing because what you want wants you. You're getting some kind of justice here in a situation so that you can move forward and become independent. And this doesn't have to be financially independent, although it could be. But it could just be, I'm a free thinker. I'm a free actor. I don't have anyone telling me what to do, bossing me around, or telling me what to think or how to feel. I control my own perception. My own aura is my own, and no one else's to proceed into, to transgress. This is beautiful, Leo. There's really such a nice balance coming up this year for you between a sense of individuality, independence, and accomplishment with supportive energies around you. It's a balance. Okay, so let's see. How can you stay connected to your inner truth this year? Epiphany and the King of Wands. Act on your epiphanies. When you realize, oh, I should be doing something this way, or, oh, I realize this is how it really is, or it should go. There's some kind of epiphany or realization you're going to have that Spirit wants you to take action on. Let's get a little bit further into this. Also, when you act, you might have an epiphany. So some of you might be planning, and not doing. And it's like the moment you go out and do that thing, that's when you realize the answer, the solution. Yeah, I'm seeing someone like try to get a business plan together, or like sitting at home, like plan. I don't know what they're planning, but they're planning something, writing all these things down, what they need, who they need to contact. Come here, little cat. Say happy birthday to Leo. And, hey, buddy. And she made me lose my train of thought there. Yeah, and it's like you just need to go do the thing. You can't know beforehand what's going to happen here. Okay, let's see a little bit more. Yeah, the Six of Swords. And I like this Six of Swords because he's just kind of floating away from this overthinking. Okay, so Spirit wants you to kind of get out of your head if you're not finding a solution, or if you're feeling like you're spending too much time planning and thinking about how to do something. Try to, put a little bit of a pin. Yes, put just a little bit of a pin in that thinking process and get out and do things that you want to do. Take a chance. Be assertive. Be assertive this year. Okay, what new opportunities await Leo this year? Can I get the last two cards? Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, we have two of these. Let's see. Upheaval. We already talked about that, Spirit. Morning song. Beautiful. But the morning song is like beginning again. So after the upheaval, there is a new beginning. And we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, not going to lie, Leo. There's a challenge coming up this year that Spirit wants you to know about. But really remember that it's getting you closer to what you want. Without challenges and upheavals and trials and tribulations, nothing would transform, nothing would change. Sometimes that energy is necessary, right? Storms can be scary, but they can also be really nourishing. They serve a purpose. And whatever upheaval you experience this year is serving a huge purpose to bring you into a place of feeling light and like you have a chance for something new to come into your life, or for a new beginning to happen, so that you don't have to be up in your head. Did I say Eight of Swords? This is the Eight of Wands, but I feel like since I said the Eight of Swords, that energy is probably in here as well. Yeah, I feel like the Eight of Wands with upheaval is telling you like this is going to be something that you feel. Now, some of you might fear this message and try to live a life in which there won't be any upheaval to block it, but you're just prolonging the inevitable. Maybe it won't happen this year, maybe it will happen next year instead. But once this upheaval happens, whatever that is for you, know that it's leading you somewhere beautiful, somewhere destined. So when that energy comes in, you're like, oh, I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I want this to change. Just surrender. Don't push up against anything that really wants to be released. All right? Or maybe you want to release yourself from something. Allow yourself to flow out of what holds you back and into what leads you forward. All right, Leo, that's what I have for you for your birthday. Say happy birthday. You want to see the cutest thing? Okay. Are you going to let me do it? Oh, are you going to let me do it? She likes when I hold her like this. Look at her. How cute is that? Say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Leo. Some of you are like, she hates it. I'm telling you, she doesn't. All right, guys. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.